Signore, no. Oh, Dios.
There was a woman named Sorosa. She and her colleagues were traveling late at night along a deserted road. Sorosa and her group were traveling from Samar to Tacloban City for a school advocacy tour. They got stuck in eastern Samar for 2 days because of a strong typhoon. Eventually, they had to turn back because the road to the Tacloban airport was flooded with 6 feet of water, and an alternative route was blocked by a landslide. As they continued their journey, Sorosa described the road as dark and empty, with no streetlights around. They were amazed to see an unusual figure on the left side of the wood. That looked like a child. Even when they passed by it, the figure appeared to be a small child with pale skin standing still. Because of the bad weather and the deserted area, Sorosa and her companions were both scared and uneasy. As the video begins, we can see a car with a couple making their way home under the night sky. Something caught their attention. Out of nowhere, a bicycle rider appeared before them, seemingly materializing from thin air. However, what unfolds next is even more perplexing. Drawing nearer to the bicycle, the couple realizes that the rider has vanished into thin air. The moment they approach closer, he's nowhere to be seen. The strange turn of events leads them to ponder whether they've just experienced a brush with the paranormal. Could there be a rational explanation, you might wonder? Well, there's a slight possibility that the rider was concealed behind the car's left side at that precise moment. Yet, many find this explanation far-fetched and improbable. After all, who can say for certain? As the couple reflects on their eerie encounter, one can't help but wonder about the mysteries that surround us. Sometimes, things happen that defy our understanding, leaving us questioning the nature of reality itself. The dashcam of this car recorded a video showing an overspeeding incident. This black car's driver loses control and hits a pole. The pole falls down and the car races away. Pedro and Hector Flores went on a long road trip. After a while, they saw a car accident on the side of the road and decided to record it. While recording, they noticed something strange in the background. It looked like a figure behind the train tracks. The accident turned out to be deadly, and some people think that the figure they saw could be the ghost of the driver who died. Others think it might be a creature that can't be explained. Nobody else was seen near the train tracks at that time, so it's a mystery what the figure really was. It could have been a ghost or something completely different. We don't know for sure. The video raises questions and makes us curious. What did Pedro and Hector capture on their trip? We don't have the answer, and it makes us think about the unknown things that we can't understand. In July 2022, a small airplane in San Diego had problems with its engine while flying. Since the plane was far from an airport, the pilot informed air traffic control about the issue. They were told to make an emergency landing on the nearest road. Inside the plane, there were 2 men who followed the instructions. A Tesla car with multiple cameras recorded the whole event from different angles. The plane descended and landed, but unfortunately, it hit a sign during the process. It kept moving and collided with an SUV at a second intersection. The crash made one of the plane's wings break off and caused fuel to leak, spreading gasoline on the road. Emergency services quickly arrived at the scene. The 2 people in the SUV and the 2 men from the plane were taken to the hospital in a hurry. Luckily, everyone involved only had minor injuries. The authorities praised the pilot for their skillful landing. Despite the difficult situation, the pilot managed to keep the plane on the road, causing minimal damage. If the pilot had lost control, or if the traffic light at the first intersection had been green, the situation could have been much worse. It's a fortunate outcome thanks to the pilot's actions and a bit of luck. The dash cam on this person's car recorded a video. It can be seen that this person is driving his car minding his own business when suddenly a car coming from the opposite side changes lane and hits the car. It is a big crash for sure. There was a driver who was driving home late at night. Instead of taking a main road, he chose a smaller road. Everything seemed normal until he saw something strange in the middle of the road. It looked like a flickering, dark object with human-like features. In this video, you can see a shadowy person standing on the road, although it's not very clear. The drivers try their best to avoid hitting the mysterious figure by quickly turning their cars. The car on the left turns very sharply. Surprisingly, the cars in front don't seem to react much, maybe because they had already passed by the strange thing. The driver said he only saw the figure when he was about to hit it. This made him think it could be a real ghost appearing in front of him. How else could someone end up in the middle of the road like that? It's a puzzling and strange. Two friends are exploring a town and talking about a famous local story. The story is about a ghostly woman who sometimes walks around these streets and scares people. They didn't think they would see anything that night, but something unexpected happened. When they watched the video they had recorded, they saw something creepy in the mirror on the left. It seems to be the ghostly woman that people believe haunts the streets at night. If the video hasn't been edited, then maybe we are seeing a bad ghost in action. The video raises more questions than it answers. Is the urban legend true? Or did someone edit the video cleverly? A man was parked in front of the house of an old lady who had recently died. The people living nearby had been talking about strange things happening since the lady's death. They said they heard unusual sounds coming from the empty house and saw creepy shadows in the windows. Curious, the man decided to investigate further. He saw some strange movement and quickly got his camera from his car. He wanted to capture any strange activity, so he started recording. While he was looking through his camera, he noticed something interesting. There was a spooky shadow floating behind the gate. Strangely, he couldn't see it with his own eyes. Only through the camera lens, the shadow didn't move, and it made the man feel uneasy. He wondered if it could be the spirit of the old lady, wandering around or floating in this case. The man couldn't stop thinking about it. Even today, the video remains a mystery. The eerie floating shadow behind the gate continues to confuse those who have seen it. Maybe it will always be a puzzling mystery, making us wonder about the existence of spirits and the unknown world they belong to. Two courageous people from China who hunt for ghosts go on an exciting adventure. They drive through a Hindu cemetery at night, eager to investigate. We all know that cemeteries can be spooky, especially in the dark. Even before the pair gets out of their car, something happens. The camera on their dashboard catches their attention and shows them something strange. A misty figure gracefully appears from behind a tree on the right side of the screen. Surprisingly, the ghost hunters don't notice this ghostly thing at the time. They only see it when they watch the video later. Could it be that they really captured a real ghost on that special night? Or is there a logical explanation for this mysterious appearance? We don't have the answer, so we can only speculate and be curious about what might have happened. A man is driving his truck late at night on his way back home. While driving, he notices something strange. There's a dark see-through object running across the road. At first, he doesn't pay much attention because he's tired and it's late. Later, he decides to watch the video he recorded. After seeing it again, he realizes there's something unusual about the object. Some people who watch the video think it might be a big dog, while others say it looks like a coyote or a deer. What makes it even weirder is that the creature appears to be completely black and almost see-through, according to the driver. This raises an interesting question. Could it be something from another world? It's hard to know for sure. The mysterious creature leaves us wondering where it came from and why it was there. It could be just our imagination, or maybe there's more to it than what we see. Whatever the case, this encounter with the unknown adds a sense of mystery to the man's journey home. This person is driving his car on a highway. Suddenly, a white car tries to overtake this car, and while overtaking it, hit the car, and goes on a spin across the road. What was this man thinking? He surely was not thinking straight. Late at night, a driver set off alone on a deserted road. The only sound was the soft noise of the engine. A strange woman suddenly appeared in front of the driver. Surprisingly, he drove straight through her without stopping, and there was no collision. No logical explanation could explain this strange occurrence. How did this mysterious woman appear on the road? The driver was filled with curiosity. The car was undamaged, and the woman seemed to have appeared out of nowhere. So this incident became another unsolved mystery. A truck driver was driving through Arizona late at night. Suddenly, he saw something unusual. He was surprised to see a child standing on the right side of the road. The truck driver started feeling uneasy. The child looked gray and not like a normal human. It made the situation even more eerie. Why would someone stand there in the middle of the night? The truck driver wondered if the child could be a ghost. He thought it could be possible. Unfortunately, they never found out who or what the mysterious figure really was. It remains a strange mystery. In Mexico, there was a small shop run by a kind person. People had heard strange stories about spooky whistling and seeing dark figures inside the store. At first, they thought it might be mischievous employees playing tricks. But one night, something extraordinary happened that could suggest a different reality. The shopkeeper and their co-workers closed the shop and were heading to their homes when they saw that even though the store was empty, there was a strange feeling still present inside. They were curious and felt compelled to investigate further. With caution, they approached the store. A flickering light revealed a mysterious shape on the shelves. It was odd because the store didn't have any mannequins, so that wasn't a possible explanation. Their hearts raced as they considered the unimaginable possibility that the figure could be a real ghost. Fear and curiosity mixed together, creating an intense atmosphere. The shopkeeper wondered if this could truly be a supernatural being appearing in their store. The question went unanswered, leaving them confused and amazed. It was a moment that challenged their understanding of what is real. This incident happened at a faraway construction site. A worker is busy building a new housing complex when he looks up and sees the beautiful moon in the sky. He thinks it would be nice to show his family, so he decides to record a video of it. But something unexpected happens next. While he's looking at the moon and thinking it looks really cool, he suddenly hears scared and frantic sounds. He gets interrupted and scared by something he didn't expect.
The moon it's really big. Anyway, it's pretty cool. No. No, 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 no. Wait, there's something there.
It's important to know that this place is empty, with no people living nearby. The houses we see in the background are just models and can't be entered by the public. So, who or what scared the worker? Could someone have been waiting to frighten him? Or is it a strange encounter with something supernatural? It all started one night when Glenn was driving in the countryside. He noticed something strange in the fields and decided to investigate further. He parked his car and approached the unusual shape. To his surprise, it looked like a man on fire, but he could see right through it. It was so strange that Glenn took out his phone and started recording what was happening. While he was filming, the fiery figure started moving closer. At first glance, it might seem like a normal bonfire or the entrance to a cave, but when he looked closely, it seemed like the fiery figure was raising its arm. The strangest thing was how the creature moved. It didn't make any sense. Could it be a being from another dimension, or maybe something supernatural hiding by the side of the road? The whole scene was definitely creepy. This video showcases something really strange. The dashcam of the car waiting at a traffic signal recorded this strange occurrence. A car can be seen moving backwards. It is in the reverse gear. As the car recording this whole occurrence drives away, it can be seen that the car which was moving in reverse gear is parked on the other cars. Is this for real? Or this is photoshopped? Who knows? A young man goes out at night with his friends. They drive on a street that has had many accidents in the past. People often claim to have seen ghosts on this road. This man filmed it with his helmet camera while riding his bike. That night, he saw something that he thinks was a ghost on the right side of the road. Local stories suggest that the figure we see might be the spirit of a young person, possibly wearing a long white shirt or a flowing dress. This theory seems more likely because the figure disappeared when the bike rider looked closely. It's also possible that someone reckless decided to stand by the busy road at night risking their life. But it's strange to think why anyone would do that. Is it possible that it's the work of a ghost? A police officer was on a regular patrol shift. It was a calm night, just like any other. But he didn't know that something strange was about to happen. While driving, his dashboard camera recorded something unusual. There was something strange right in the middle of the road. Without hesitation, the officer drove through it, feeling that something was not right. However, he couldn't shake the feeling that he should go back and investigate further. He turned the police car around and looked around, hoping to find answers. To his surprise, a figure appeared to pass through the police car as if it were floating. It had a human-like shape, which made the officer feel eerie. Curiosity got the better of him, so he kept watching. Suddenly, the mysterious figure appeared again, this time from the right side of the screen. The officer's heart raced as he saw these unexplainable events. Many people who watched the recording thought it was something paranormal. The front and back dashcam of this car shows the recording where it can be seen that an overspeeding car from behind hit this car, caused it to hit other cars too. In this scary video, Panic World Chief Bala takes us on a frightening journey through the dangerous streets of Ecatepec. It's late at night, and Bala just wants to get home safely. Suddenly, strange crying sounds fill the air, coming from the streets themselves. Bala starts recording. As he keeps driving, he becomes more and more uneasy. To escape the unsettling sounds, he decides to take a shortcut near some old train tracks.
Grabar porque escuché, me parece que a la Llorona. Entonces me voy a ir en pura primera para ver si se vuelve a repetir el sonido, lo alcanzan a escuchar. Y luego anda la rata. Aparte de que está bien fea la calle. Todas las calles están así. ¡Uy! ¿Lo escucharon? No sé si alcanzaron a escuchar eso. Mierda, hasta se me puso la piel de gallina, ¿eh? Mierda, otra vez se escuchó. Creo que eso sí lo escucharon.
Then something very strange happens. He sees a person appearing out of nowhere and following his car.
Aquí está uno. ¡Madre! A la izquierda vieron un perro. ¡Oh, Dios!
It's like this mysterious person came from a different world. Feeling scared and nervous, Bala pulls over and looks in his rearview mirror, expecting the person to come closer. But to his relief, the strange presence is gone. Finally, he reaches home without any harm. However, this terrifying night has a lasting effect on him. He confesses that he avoided going alone through these streets at night for a long time afterward. And who can blame him? In old tunnels, strange and supernatural things often happen. In a video we are about to see, two friends go on a nighttime adventure through empty roads in an ancient mountain. They have already experienced strange things in this mysterious tunnel. They have heard eerie crying sounds, even though they couldn't see anyone. Because of these strange experiences, they feel uneasy as they explore the depths of the mountain. But tonight, they come across something new. They see a small figure dressed in red clothes and dark pants, standing motionless against the rocky wall and looking into the distance.
Mira un niño ahí.
¿Un niño era, no?
Un niño, madre.
Era un niño. Porque la verdad que está viendo el video, una criatura, madre.
The friends realize it's a child, which is daring because it's a dangerous place. Figuring out why he was there is confusing. This video takes us on a journey down a narrow road in the middle of nowhere. It's a dark night, and this area is known for its scary incidents over the past century. The most famous tale revolves around the Lady in Red. Occasionally, she can be seen standing by the roadside, gazing at passing vehicles.
Ahí está.
Legend has it that she met her demise here long ago, but her spirit continues to haunt this place. This person feels uneasy as he spots a figure wearing a red dress. He wonders if it was the lady in red or just a lost soul. A couple went on a nice hiking trip in the mountains. In the past, many people had disappeared there, and people told scary stories about it. Their trip was going well, but when they got back to their car, something scary happened. There was a person lying on top of their car, looking into the front window. They didn't understand how this could happen, and felt very afraid. They quickly ran away, thinking it might be a prank or a video trick, or maybe it could be something supernatural, like one of the missing people's spirits. On a busy road at night, a woman was driving. She was just listening to the radio when something strange happened. Suddenly, a person wearing strange clothes appeared in the middle of the road. Even though she tried to avoid hitting them, this mysterious person disappeared. Some people think it might have been a ghost that appeared suddenly. The person was wearing shorts, had a backpack, and maybe even a hat. How could they vanish like that? Jeffrey Code was driving on a highway in Massachusetts and listening to the radio. While he was driving, a big piece of ice suddenly fell off the car in front of him and flew through the air. The ice hit Jeffrey's windshield and broke it instantly. Now he couldn't see properly, so he carefully moved his car to the side of the road, trying to navigate through 2 lanes without being able to see well. Fortunately, Jeffrey wasn't hurt because the ice didn't completely break through the windshield, but it did make cracks all over it. The impact also damaged the side mirror and windshield wipers. Jeffrey realized that if he had slammed on the brakes, he might have avoided the ice, but he was afraid of losing control of his car or hitting other cars nearby, so he decided not to do it. In this video, a couple saw something strange on the side of the road. They saw a kettle. They got interested and decided to record what was happening from their car. When they looked closer, they found something surprising. They saw a mysterious creature hiding behind one of the trees. Some people watching the video thought it might be a rake. The creature looks pale and has very long limbs. The video quality is not very good, so the footage is blurry. It makes us wonder who or what is looking at the kettle. What do you think about it? 2 friends were walking through a mountainous area near their hometown and recorded a video. They said there is a local legend about a black lady who is often seen in that mountain region. She is described as a sad spirit who lost her child and continues to wander the roads and hills looking for it. The friends believed they might have seen her that day, which was unsettling. They found it eerie when she turned her head towards them. The friends thought her face looked strange, but they couldn't tell if she was a real ghost or just someone trying to scare them. We don't know exactly what happened in this situation. Molly and their friend felt uneasy after seeing something strange on the streets. The road they were on had a history of deadly accidents, which made the situation even more unusual. Despite feeling uncomfortable, they kept driving on that road at night. Suddenly, they saw a strange ball of light on the left side. They described the light as big and bright, almost like a red helmet. At first, they joked that it might be a police officer, but they were surprised when the light started to act strangely.
Weird, and there's a big light, and then there's got like a red helmet on or something like that, and it was coming out, and then I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, this is the cop. I was thinking, I was like, oh, that's funny. What if it's a cop? And then they literally disappear. I saw it like. It looked like a hologram, like when they disappear.
Yeah.
And like one whole half of it disappears and the rest of it disappears. It looks like that. What's that?
What? 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 What?
I literally, I saw somebody on a bicycle or something like that.
It flickered like a hologram, with parts of it disappearing before their eyes. To make things more mysterious, the streetlights flickered and turned on and off as the light passed by.
And then it just disappeared like a hologram or something. And the head looked like it looked over her. And it wasn't one of these streetlights either, because it was really low to the ground.
The whole experience made Molly and their friend believe that something supernatural had happened. They immediately called the police to report what they had seen. The strange thing about the incident was that the light was very close to them, not just far away. It felt like an encounter that couldn't be explained by ordinary things. And just like that, the light disappeared, leaving Molly and their friend confused. This video, recorded by Molly's car camera, left them with unanswered questions. Hold on to our final clip, which is the most scariest and creepiest one. And if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our creepiest videos. After finally getting the piñata, Mario quickly goes back to his car. He carefully puts it in the trunk, but feels a bit nervous because there's nobody around. All he wants now is to go home as fast as he can. Suddenly, around 3 p.m., something really scary happens. Mario gets really scared, and his body reacts by either wanting to fight or run away. He desperately tries to leave the creepy place. As he's so scared, he ends up crashing his car. Mario is terrified and shaken by what happened.
Donde asegura este muchacho que ya me va a entregar la piñata, pero que no me la puede dar en persona. Me dijo que me la había dejado acá en un punto. Me dijo que la iba a encontrar dentro de un carro. Entonces estamos dándole para allá, pues. Ahí está. Ahí está. Estoy lejos del periférico, más o menos acá a la altura de... Está casi imposible de pasar.
He realizes he can't handle the situation by himself, so he calls a friend to come and pick him up later that night. Let's take a closer look at this. It's possible that the demon itself caused the car accident, taking advantage of Mario's fear. The incident leaves Mario feeling extremely scared and vulnerable. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.